Ow.
Yeah, it sucked.
Gross and ow. Did you go home?
It was no.
I would have fucking went home.
Hey, oh boyo. Welcome back to Part Timers Podcast. We're episode 18 now with Keith.
Daine. And that's it.
And that's it. Nobody else is in here.
Curtis is on vacay.
Yeah, still.
Shane is working.
Yeah.
And fucking we're lonely as balls this week.
Yeah, it's just us.
Yeah, the dynamic duo.
It's all good. We had a long day, another long day today. It's Saturday today.
Yep.
Yeah.
We sure fucking did. What time did we get to the shop this morning?
I got there 8:45. You got there about 10 after.
Yeah.
Ed was there for a little earlier. I don't know why.
You know, we're working on the drift car.
Yeah.
Got lots done.
Fuck, dude. Before we start talking about that, my fucking my arm hurts. I got that fucking tattoo yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Like.
What is it? Like, what?
So, I don't know. It's Avenged Sevenfold. It's their logo. They call it the Death Bat.
The skull bat.
It's the Death Bat. They have the skull in the middle with the wings on the side. And tattoo artist I went to, he redid it a little bit and made it a little more anatomically correct. Put some veins in the wings and made the wings with the actual bat claws. And then made the skull.
Who did it?
Mac at Gaslight Tattoo Parlor.
Shout out Mac at Gaslight Tattoo Parlor.
Fucking awesome.
It looks fucking great.
It's fucking dope. That's art. That's an artist.
The shade in the wings and the veins in the wings, and you got that little shade around the outline of the skull.
Yeah,
fucking
gives
awesome.
it some fucking texture.
Fucking awesome.
It looks so good.
If I ever go get a tattoo, I'll go to one of the two guys you went to.
I wouldn't go like. I don't want to say don't go to the first one I went to, but I mean they're definitely a lot rougher around the edges, and they're more old school tattoos. And I'm not going to say not artists because they are definitely artists, but I mean it's a different kind of thing.
I'd want to see. The thing with me is what I wanted, and I think we talked about this last year, maybe a couple of years ago. I said I'd like to, when I travel to a destination to do something, I'd like to get a tattoo of where I am, and I'm like, fuck, is that cliche? And then I was like, oh, I want this, I want that. Like, oh, I'm going to see Schoolboy Q in Kelowna. I'm going to get Schoolboy Q's Q somewhere on me. And then I'm like, nah, bitched out. I got a bunch of ideas, but I don't. It's not really bitching out. It's just, I'm not ready.
You should get the Eminem backwards E.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but if you're looking at it at the right angle, it's just an E.
It's just an E.
So
that's a good point. Yeah.
Get it on my knuckles.
Yeah. But yeah, so my arm was fucking sore today. Fucking sucked. But
and then you were like, you had your hand down by the radiator and shit in the car, and you're just scraping it.
Yeah.
Just fuck.
Yeah.
Did you wrap it up at all? Or just coveralls was good enough?
I wore a long sleeve soft shirt underneath because that's kind of what they said to do, but trying to not touch it with anything. But no, yeah, working on that drift car today was fucking pretty awesome.
Yep.
We got a 96 Mustang GT. I think we talked about it in the last episode a little bit.
Half-assed. We just said we got one.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing, because since last episode, we found the intake manifold was cracked.
We found a lot.
The intake manifold was cracked on the coolant crossover, and
E-brake didn't work.
E-brake didn't work. We stripped the fucking interior. We must have lost 200-300 pounds.
We had a short.
We had an electrical short.
Lots of electrical shorts.
The battery terminals were fucking melted and hot because they had shitty connections with battery terminal clamps. We changed it. So yeah, the anti-theft system was fucked because the guy before us had issues with it, and
so it was immobilizing the car.
Yeah, basically, I would open the door, the horn would go off. I couldn't disable it, putting the key in because it was a terrible. So we looked up and we found the wiring diagram. We determined how we needed to bypass it, so we bypassed it. It fucking works. So we changed the intake manifold last week. We went to Auto Wreckers today.
Yep.
Got a couple. We needed a coolant sensor,
and the e-brake doesn't work.
Yeah, e-brake doesn't work.
And that's something we're gonna need. So I was under the car today, fucking all day, fucking with that.
Almost all day, fucking with it.
Almost all day, fucking with that.
Yeah.
It's in a stupid space. You got your H pipes because it's dual exhaust. So it's at the H, and right where the fucking thing is welded together, like the cross brace.
That's where the splice is.
Above it is the drive shaft, and then above the drive shaft with like 3 inches of playroom is the fucking connectors.
That's gay.
Yeah, so I'm worming in there using just my fingertips all fucking day.
Jesus.
Dirt falling in my eyes and just fucking filthy. But we got the one side working, and now we found out the other side is seized.
We got to tear that apart, clean it up, make sure
it wasn't. And then when we ripped the e-brake up to see if it worked, it stayed because it hasn't been used in a while. So that's where we're at with that.
I drained the coolant today.
Mm-hmm.
I flushed it completely. Then we pulled the thermostat housing off. We pulled the whole thermostat out because we're running water. We don't want it to be restricted because that'll just make it boil even faster.
Right.
So because we're not allowed to run coolant at the track, because if that's one of the most common problems is you end up blowing a rad hose, and now there's fucking oily coolant all over the track, and that's a tough bitch to clean. So you're supposed to run water. So we ended up draining. I drained the rad, drained the block as much as possible, dumped some water through the thermostat housing to clean out the block, and it came out nice and clear. Same with the rad. Excuse me.
Indeed.
Yeah. So put everything back together. And started running it, and tomorrow we're going to end up flushing it right out 3 or 4 times with just water, make sure all the coolant's out.
See, what I was thinking
But good news is, though, we got 0 fucking leaks so far. We ran the car for about 5 minutes.
No oil,
5 minutes straight.
No
oil, no
diff,
transmission, no coolant, which is the biggest one we were worried about. We got no white smoke puffing out the back, so we know our gaskets are good.
Although what I am worried about now is that fucking reverse is starting to grind the synchro. You can hear it.
Fucking need reverse for it. All we need to do is go forward.
It's pissing me off because once that goes, everything else starts to go with it.
Yeah.
And I had that same problem with the car in the past.
Well, if it's just the synchro, we won't have to worry. If it's just the synchro in reverse, we don't have to really worry too much about it. You know what I mean?
But because
there's a synchro.
It's not the clutch. I hope it's just reverse.
Well, because you didn't feel the grinding in each gear.
Mm-mm.
So it's just I think it's just the brass synchro for reverse. I think that's all it is.
Fucking lame.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's all good.
We'll get it.
Yep. Apparently those are easy enough to fix. Synchros are easy enough to change apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have never personally rebuilt a transmission before. So I'm looking forward to it in the future when we blow this one.
We're gonna cook that clutch for sure.
When we blow this, we're gonna be putting in like a 2JZ. From a Supra.
That'd be awesome.
It's not even worth, like, if you buy the Supra with the 2JZ, it's not even worth to drift the Supra because you could sell the fucking body.
They're worth so much money.
They're worth quite a bit, and it's something you wouldn't want to wreck.
Yeah.
Now you could swap it back and forth, but that's annoying. So you find a 2JZ from something that's mangled, or even from they come in the Lexus.
I think this motor's gonna be fine.
The Toyota Soarers.
What we're gonna fuck up is the transmission and the clutch. I think the diff, the drive shaft, and the motor, I think that's all going to be fine, and we're just going to be rebuilding around it.
That's why I was on board with the V8. I was all, I wanted to stay true to the culture of drifting and get an S chassis Nissan and, your turbo SR20 or the RB20 or whatever, and you're good. You're fucking golden.
Right.
But then we're like, we're just starting.
There's parts everywhere.
We're just starting, and fucking Mustangs are everywhere. We went to the Wreckers, and we saw, 8 vehicles today with the same motor?
Yeah.
With the same motor. So if we really fucking wanted to that bad, we could go take one from there.
Right.
We could find one everybody's parting them out.
Yep.
SGI sells them to salvage yards.
Oh, by the way, anybody listening to this, we're looking for a couple performance seats, like with the, what do you call them? They hug you on the side.
So like Recaros.
Yeah.
Sparko,
Momo,
any of that shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Momo,
what?
We gotta go look at that seat. We found a couple.
May as well. If we go look,
that's where we hope to be because that car's gonna throw us around.
Yeah.
It's gonna bite. When that first time it bites and it folds you over that fucking that door frame, you're just. It's gonna fucking hurt.
We're gonna break that door panel. So the good thing is I do have that padded vest.
The one thing I do like is that the track, you constantly go one way.
Yeah, so you're not throwing yourself back and forth.
So if you smack that fucking wall, you're going the other way.
Yeah, going right.
So that's the e-brake's gonna stab you. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
And we got a hydro brake, like a hydraulic e-brake, like just the body of it with the the cylinder and the handle. And we go to try and find fittings today, and nobody's open that has metric fittings because this one came from somewhere, well, pretty much anywhere else in the world.
It probably came from Japan or anywhere in the world besides America.
Right.
And that one little fucking country nobody can remember.
Right, yeah, exactly. And yeah, it needs metric fittings, and nobody fucking has them. So, yeah.
Not even Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire.
Yeah, fuck.
Metric system Canadian Tire.
Fucking dicks.
Yeah. Do you have anything metric?
No.
No. What fucking country do you live in?
I live in Canada, where
kilometers, right?
Yeah.
How many miles down is that? I don't know. Go ask the States. They'll tell you.
Go ask the old guys.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What else are we looking to do next on that? So
what else do we have to do? Well, we got to get fucking tires. We got to get tires. I'm really thinking
Tuesday we're going to be shredded. Well, okay. So I talked to the guy. I was texting the guy about Tuesday.
Yeah.
You do need a membership to even go out and hang out on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and he did say that most of the time the guys are out there from Kings Park to sell you memberships. He said, but make sure you come out because it's worth a shot.
Right, and I told him, I said, regardless if he's there or not, I'm going to show up. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to meet some of the guys, learn a little bit about the sport,
right,
from a local perspective,
right,
and see who's the man around there.
We know who the man is.
We know who the man. And you know what? And he's
fucking good.
He's really good. And
what was he driving? The Sylvia?
He had a S13 Sylvia with a 2JZ in there.
Fuck,
I'm pretty sure it had a 2JZ.
That thing would smoke the tires
He didn't even
bad.
use brakes. He didn't even use an e-brake.
Nope.
That thing just fucking kicked them all around.
Yep.
That's crazy. What I want, but
we'll be clutch kicking, I think. I think our e-brake's gonna
snap.
It's gonna snap.
But I mean, okay, that cable is gonna snap before those clips let off.
Oh yeah.
I put on those Crosby clips and I cranked the fuck out of them. So, and I mean, what I did was I kind of use it as a spacer.
Yeah, exactly.
So I took the old cable and I put it just enough in there and I tightened it down. I'm like, this ain't fucking going anywhere.
Nice.
That was on the other side, and then we got it to move, and now it's seized. So
yeah,
we'll be ripping that whole fucking thing out of there. And
that'll be easy enough to fucking clean up.
We're spending all these hours fixing this stock e-brake system when we could have ran around and found fittings to make this thing work. Imperial to metric.
Yeah, but nobody.
Or you could have cross-threaded it.
Well, yeah, but then it would have fucking leaked all over the car.
$50.
Would have leaked all over the car.
Get a mop in there.
I still say we go with
master cylinder.
Master cylinder, its own
dual
fucking
brake.
Dual
but that could calipers in the back.
That can be future for sure.
We're gonna find out the first time we go on that track.
Yeah,
Dad's gonna see, and I mean,
I don't know if we're gonna need it right away.
See, Dad's got good ideas.
Fuck
he's always thinking outside of the box, but it's just, hey man, look, we did a fucking ton of research. This is what we're gonna need to go. No, your normal e-brake will be fine. You just hang on. We did a lot of research.
They're gonna get stretched and they're gonna snap.
They're gonna get stretched and they're gonna snap. We'll just replace them. You're gonna want to do that. As soon as you put the hydro on the back, it's boom.
Yeah,
you're good. And then the only thing you have to worry about is repairing fittings.
Right.
And I mean, he is thinking logically. He's thinking, okay,
what do we fucking need right now?
What do we need this moment to go?
Yeah, and he's right. We don't need a whole fuck of a lot.
We don't. But
I know we're both excited. We want to get this thing. We want to.
We want to
do some mods.
We always want the best. Dude, that's the thing with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to brag or nothing, but when you have the money to do stuff, like you with your computer, you got the best computer, you got the best monitor, you have the best speakers, we have the best mics, we have what I mean?
Mid tier,
yeah. But Beats headphones, Audio Technicas. We always go all out.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
I got Resolve SE fucking monitors on my desk.
You'd never use them to their full potential because you'll blow this fucking house up.
Yeah.
But I mean, you understand.
Yeah.
When you do it, we get so passionate.
You get so excited about it.
Yeah, and then sometimes things just drop off.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, that's a big pile of money fucking sitting there. I'll get to it one day. Like you with your go-karts.
Yeah.
Those things were cool. And I mean, it would have been cool if we could have made the time to do it. But the stupid thing is that their schedule didn't match up with yours.
Yeah.
And my schedule doesn't match up with yours.
Right.
Curtis' schedule doesn't match up with yours. Caitlin just had a baby, so she's not going to want to go. And I mean, you got realistic. You're like, I'm never going to fucking find time to go.
Yep.
They got to go. Sledding. You're never going to fucking find time to go.
I'm still selling the sleds, by the way, you fucking guys.
Not a single soul. Oh, I haven't checked Instagram in a long time. Fuck, they're probably just like, where's your sleds at? Sell me your sleds.
Yeah. Whatever.
And that just comes with growing up, though. I mean, You find all these different hobbies and stuff you could do in your part, like, and then when you get good at something, it's okay to stop and then pick something else up. But because if you ever want to go back, you know what you're doing. Like the music thing, I know Cubase.
Right.
And if I ever wanted to, I could just plug in.
Yeah, if I wanted to ride my sleds, all I have to do is do a bit of a fluid change on the one, you know what I mean, and I could hop back on it, and I'd know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
You know? But
it comes with growing up, right? Like, I've come a long way.
Fuck yeah.
And I'd like to say you have too, but the only thing that changed with you was your attitude.
Yeah.
You used to be a dick.
I used to be a bit of a spaz when I was a teenager.
A hothead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
a hothead.
Loose
cannon.
You got, oh yeah.
Finger always on the trigger.
Me too, though. I'm still kind of the same way, depending on the subject. I mean, I hate when people talk about my work ethic, because I take a lot of pride in what I do.
Yeah. And
I try to do the best that I can. And then if someone would ever tell me I'm doing something wrong, I'm in defense mode and I'm kicking someone's ass.
Yeah.
You take a lot of pride in what we do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucks when someone's trying to tell you you're a fucking scab or whatever.
Right. And then it's like you make one little mistake and someone's in your face about it. It's like, I did a good job. I did a good job. I did it. I didn't. I fucked up. That means the whole thing is gone.
Yeah. It's kind of like credit, you know.
Growing pains.
You make your payments every month. You on time, early, more than minimum. You're paying it off, and then you miss one payment or you're late on one payment, and it fucks your credit. And it takes so long to build that back up to where it was before you fucked it up. And it could have been something so stupid.
I don't know. See, the whole credit thing is weird because mine should be fucked. Mine should be. I should have only got approved for like a $45,000 house.
Right.
I don't know what it was. Maybe the bank was like, yeah, we'll give him a shot. He has a job.
Right.
But it's like I fucked up the first few years of my life. Like, from 18, so the first like till 21. I fucked up. I did a lot of stupid things. I took out loans for things I didn't need. And I took out a loan, bought a car from Japan, got here, got fucked on it, spent way too much money on it, more than what the loan was. I owed money, missed shit ton of payments, and then 2 years later, after all this stuff, finally 3 years later, everything's paid off, everything's done, I got no debt, boom, proof for a house. That was a good feeling.
Yeah.
But see, that's where I didn't understand the credit thing. It's like, did they take mercy on me? Were they like, fuck, he's got no debt, we might as well? I don't know.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's interesting.
So the credit thing's confusing because I missed I didn't even pay anything on my credit card for like 2 fucking years.
Jesus.
It sat maxed out for 2 years.
Wow.
Yep.
They're just like, we'll just keep collecting interest.
Yeah, pretty much. It took me forever to pay that fucking thing off. And it wasn't even that big. But still, like that, I don't know, that comes with getting older.
Oh,
you
yeah.
learn, and then you're like, okay, I am 21, 22 years old. Where the fuck do I want to be in 2 years from now, 5 years from now? Do I want to be stuck in the same place, or do I want to be where, I don't want to say where he's at or she's at. I want to be where I want to be. Yeah. And I just got into grind mode. Grind mode? That sounds kind of a little lame.
Well, kind of. I mean, it's, it was that moment in your life. There's a moment in your life where it just kind of clicks.
Yep.
And you just, you ask, like you said, you ask yourself, where do I want to be? Where do I see myself? And it's not just like, oh, where do I see myself in 5 years? Oh, I'll own a car. I'll do this. I'll be driven. You know what I mean? Doing all kinds of stupid, like, kid shit, you know? Yep. You actually, you end up, you ask yourself that serious question, and you're actually asking because you're like, man, if I keep going down this road, I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it sounds crazy, but you literally have to have that conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
You spend 3 nights sleeping in your car because you have nowhere to go, and your car is full of your shit. Reality kicks in really fucking fast.
Oh, I bet.
And there's nothing you could do about it. I mean, after that, I went and handed out, I swear, like, I printed out 100 resumes, and I must have had 20 left.
Nice.
In one day.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That was part of that life. That was that moment, right? Mm-hmm. Where it clicked.
Is that exact moment. And then shit just wasn't going right? Our economy's shit. Nobody's looking for work. This guy's been out of work for how long? Where is he living? Oh, that's not even an address.
Leaving in his car.
392 IQW isn't an address. That's a fucking license plate number. The hell does he mean?
He's using it as your cottage.
Walmart parking lot and fucking. That's my cottage.
Yeah.
But I tried to get right for so long after that, and it just felt like everything kept coming down. It's like karma. I fucked over so many people. So many people have fucked me over, and it just came to a point where I got to get away from the people.
Yeah.
The people.
You're
only as good as the people you're around.
Yeah.
And you're around, and the person I was with, like in a relationship wise at the time, just didn't help. Yeah. She was toxic too. So I had to get away from everything, everyone, and that's when I moved in with you. And when I moved into here, I was like in the studio doing music stuff, and when I wasn't, I was on the grind trying to find a fucking job.
Right.
The whole time.
Took you a couple months once you moved in, but
it did. Yeah.
But once you got started, it was nonstop though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You got the job at the gas station because you can never be too proud to step back down.
Right.
And while you were there, you also ended up finding a kind of like a construction job and.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Working both at the same time.
But jobs weren't coming crawling to me.
Nope.
They weren't coming as easy as I thought it was. I'm like, well, I got a fuck ton of experience. I'm good at this. But they don't know that. They just look at my track record. They're like, yeah, this dude worked for like 2 years accumulated. What the fuck is this? But yeah. And then after that, it's kind of just been nonstop. And the last 2.5 years have just flown by.
Yeah.
Because I've just been in go mode. You bought a house. I had nothing. I had literally nothing.
Yeah.
Except a car that wasn't even mine as the bank's.
Yeah.
And that thing took forever to get fucking rid of.
Yeah.
Fuck was that retarded. Artarded. Shouldn't say retard. Finally got rid of it. And now it's like, I'm comfortable.
Yep.
Right? I'm really comfortable. I can pretty much do what I want within reason. Right? I like to use my head. I mean, I don't really...
Every now and then a guy does an impulse buy and you're like, I didn't exactly need that. But
I know, like all those fucking Fallout bobbleheads that I have, dude. I was like, oh, this one's $45. But that's my favorite perk. I gotta buy the bobblehead. $45 for one bobblehead. The rest were like $13, but then that one. Like,
yeah.
Do I need it? Yeah.
Then you get it. You're like, I paid how much for this?
And then that Power Armor edition of the new Fallout's coming out, and I bought that because I had to. No, because I wanted to.
Right.
But that was my that's where I am today, and that's like this drift car, right? I've always wanted to do it.
Yep.
I've always wanted to do something within like racing or in that kind of line. So now I'm just like back to not gonna say back to where I was, but being over passionate about it. And I'm like, we need all this. We need here, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Right.
Debit cards just like fuck.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazon's like, hey, thanks for your order. 35 packages show at the shop one day.
Yeah.
What'd you buy? Drift stuff.
We do need to find tires and rims, though. We really do.
I messaged this guy about 2 tires. They're the same, and they like 60% left. I don't give a fuck. We're going to burn them off anyway.
Yeah.
And I messaged him, is this still available? Yes. Okay, can I come see them? You want see them? You call. That's what he said to me. So I tried calling him. He ignored it. And I messaged him back. I was like, you ignored my phone call. Call one more. So I called one more. Hello? Hi, I'm calling about your tires? Yes. Can I buy them? Where are you? In Regina. Where are you right now? At my house. I thought he was going to start asking me what I was wearing. This is on my drive home from fucking working on the car today. And I was like, this guy's out of his mind. I'll get to him later.
Jesus. I do want to go look at that. Let's go look at that Momo seat.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why not? Offer the guy $150.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
He's listening. What about me?
Me? What?
Does anybody listen? Is anybody out there?
We got like 6 plays last week.
Is there anybody listening? Oh. 6 plays.
Yeah. across 17 episodes.
We're
We're not in it for the plays.
We're not pushing.
No.
We're not pushing at all. We're just coming in here, recording, and then posting it and fucking off.
Yeah.
We're not.
We didn't do anything with
We had sponsorships at first. Not sponsorship, but Curtis was paying for ads.
Yeah.
And then
you overinflated our Instagram account.
I did. I absolutely did. But hey, we had a shit ton of views the first few weeks compared to now.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's like NASDAQ just dropped.
NASDAQ 2008.
NASDAQ 08 down.
Yeah.
And now, after this drift car, while we're working on the drift car, we're working on the drag car as well.
Yeah. That thing's almost done. Need to do a little bit of light work and
I hope
wiring work.
I hope we get to the track and they let us go.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun. Dad's scared he's gonna wrap it. He thinks he's gonna fucking smash the wall.
I have a feeling that he's gonna try and go balls out before he's ready.
I have a feeling he's not gonna want to drive it. I have a feeling he's gonna be like, "Okay, you do this," and I'll be like, "What the fuck?" Because if I get hurt, yeah, put me behind the wheel of a car you've never bagged yet. I'm fucking terrified now.
That's what happened with that fucking orange sled.
That is, yeah. Hey, I bought this brand new sled yesterday.
I'm gonna put a 10-year-old on it.
I haven't rode it yet. I was like 13. Yeah, I'm gonna put a 13-year-old on it.
And
Go
tell
ahead.
him not to fuck around.
I watch you catwalking out of the creek, and I'm like, I could do that. Do it a couple times, it's good. A couple times it's better. Hey, I'm gonna give it a little more. I hit. What did I hit?
You hit. It was like a solid, it was like where we were normally hitting the fluffy drifts. You hit like a fucking iced up piece of shit, and it threw you off the sled. The sled went vertical, landed on the tunnel, crumpled it, and the fucking sled rolled, cracked the hood.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Dad hadn't even ridden the sled yet.
That's what's gonna happen when we get to the fucking track.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Dad, when we go on Tuesday, you want to drift it? No. No, you go ahead. Or if he does, he's gonna get fucking hurt, and he knows that. That's the curse.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm afraid that he's gonna throw me behind the wheel of his car.
I'll go behind the fucking wheel of that thing. Fucking rights.
I felt the most I felt was a 12-second car.
I'm at my quarter life crisis.
At best.
I'm at my quarter life crisis.
Quarter life crisis. Because you're riding quarter mile?
No, because I'm not 50 yet. I'm only 26.
Oh. Yeah, apparently. Clint likes to say that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, sorry, Clint.
Yeah, anyways.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's August 17th. Anybody who's listening, come out August 17th.
Yeah, we're going to be
SIR. What is it? Where it's not Saskatoon, but it's...
Well, it's just before just like before Dundurn kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, come on out. And if you're going to come out to the drift races too, check out the schedule because I don't know what it is.
Drift Wars are August 28th, I think.
And 29th?
I don't know, maybe.
It's 16th and 17th.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it's the same days as SIR.
No, SIR is 18th. I don't
Maybe it is
know.
17th and 18th. It's the same 2 days.
I don't know.
It definitely is.
Anyways, and then the Pumpkin Smash or whatever is October 14th.
Pumpkin Smashers. See, we don't even have to compete. We can just go out every Tuesday
go
and
for
practice.
the practices. Yeah, three times a month. Fuck yeah.
We're gonna be too dope though. We're gonna have to go to Castrol, build a roll cage. I saw the quote for that. Gee, whooshoo. Ever since they put the tariff,
just for the material to build the roll cage in that thing, we're looking at like $1,000 to $1,500 just for material. Then we got to put the fucking hours in. We could do it in a weekend.
Quote said $2,000, man.
That was for they quoted the two different types of steel. One was 1,000, one was 15, and then it came out to $2,500. So, yeah.
Fuck. But once it's in there, it's in there.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it wrecking.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about killing yourself either.
Mm-mm. It'll be good. It's gonna be fucking great.
I'm excited to go smoke some fucking tires off that Mustang.
Me too.
Well, I think we should leave.
Kind of already have.
Yeah, we should leave the studded winters on the front for grip and control.
Yeah.
Why not? Then we got two sets of fronts.
See, we need to find like steelies that'll fit.
Yeah.
And not worry
they're cheap.
Not worry about wrecking them, and then we have to take 4 sets with us, including the one in the car. So 5 in total.
Right.
And just go burn them off. And then You do your thing, whatever. Your one tire's ready to go. Come back, swap the rims. Yep. Milwaukee.
Break the studs off.
Done. That'll be simple. It'll be easy. You just gotta get the stuff first.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit costly at first, but I mean, this so far the car hasn't even cost us $3,000 yet. The car itself was $2,200.
22. We put it was $400 for the water pump and the
intake
manifold. So we're $2,600.
The parts from Bucks was $10.
$2,610. What else we bought? We bought ramps.
The ramps, I wouldn't count it.
Yeah, that's true. It's not for the car.
It's not for the car. It's for
what else
working
we buy?
on cars. Hydro's $50.
Yeah.
I bought something else too, didn't I? On Amazon for it.
I can't remember.
But yeah, we're only sitting at like
$2,700. That's not bad.
And then the lines for I can't think right now. The brake lines and shit.
Yeah,
that's for running the hydraulic.
That's gonna be cheap.
Is gonna be $60 maybe. So we'll be under. Well, with tires and stuff, you're probably looking at $3,000 to get going.
Yeah,
that's fucking cheap.
We got a good deal on that Mustang.
Cheap. We did. Shout out Sean. That was awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But seeing all the stuff underneath,
I don't know if he did that work.
Uncovering it all is like no wonder he wanted to get fucking rid of it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's a lot of little stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just fucking. Can't wait to just let it rip.
Bang that thing around. Yeah, just it's cool because on a track there's like literally no rules. You can beat the fuck out of that car.
Yeah.
For those minute and a half.
Yeah. Till that fucking temperature gets
floor.
climbing.
You can go up to the corner, balls out, second gear,
clutch kick it,
and then just carry yourself around the fucking corner. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Excited.
Anybody? Yeah.
Tune in. Maybe we'll like strap a GoPro on and stuff.
We have GoPros. So why the fuck don't we?
I don't know. And then we'll upload it to YouTube or something when we find time. That won't be. Don't expect it as often as the podcast.
No, fuck no.
It'll be like once a month. We'll bash.
Maybe we'll put some footage together and put it over the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah. That's
cool. Curtis, what do you think? Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. Yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, bud. What fuck's going on back there? 79 days I go to school.
Fuck, again?
Yep.
Leave us hanging again?
Yep. 95 days, I get my license goes back to 0.
Nice.
And 100 days, Fallout 76 comes out.
I don't give a fuck.
I do. I fucking... hyped.
I remember when Curtis told you to start playing Fallout, you're like, what the fuck? Am I gonna play Fallout? Fuck Fallout.
Like 4 years later, I was like, man, this game's the shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me about it? I did. And it's like you guys with Skyrim too. And I'm like, no, I still haven't fucking played it yet, and I have it.
Skyrim's so good.
I just bought it not too long ago.
Did you actually?
It came with the VR bundle.
Oh, right.
So.
Could you play that non-VR?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I'm playing both.
Nice.
I don't want to though. I'm too afraid to start something new. I gotta finish what I fucking started.
I haven't played games in forever. Even like, remember how I got into Diablo a few months ago?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played in over a month.
Have you even used this fucking computer
other than the podcast? Nope.
Wow. Where you been watching YouTube and shit?
Upstairs, hanging out with Caitlin and the baby, and
I love that I got an iPad.
Fuck yeah!
So I can watch videos instead of staring at my phone. I can watch videos in my bed. That's right, and it's the same size as the laptop screen. Yep. So I'm like, it's fucking sweet.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
It's awesome.
And the site and the apps are so much more optimized.
And I got the website. And I got the Pro.
Nice.
Right? With the pencil?
Sure.
The Apple Pencil?
Yeah.
Very intuitive.
Nice.
Sweet. And I could run Cubase on it, and instead of clicking around with a mouse, I can tick it with a pen.
Nice.
Do all the things with it. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Got a dog. I got a dog. Well, Shayna got a dog. We got a dog. He's a little fluff ball. His name's Gary. German Shepherd cross.
With whatever the
fuck they cross with. He's cute, though. He's a bitch ass. He likes to whine a lot. Like a fucking dog would. Like a puppy would. He likes to shit in his kennel. Yep.
You sold that Civic finally.
I sold the Civic. Fucking right. It's a lot. Holy shit.
Hey.
A lot's happened in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, we sold it to our cousin, Clint.
Yep.
He's enjoying it. He's gonna beat the shit out of it. And then
Put a lipo on it.
Hey man, the car's broken. What the fuck were you doing? Oh, I was redlining in first for like 3 minutes. Yeah, what the fuck do you expect? His friend had a van, and they put the van up on blocks, and they put a brick on the pedal, and just let it go, and held it in first gear. Just
Banging off the rev limiter
for like half an hour.
And the thing still was running.
Still fucking going. It was like a Ford Windstar with a V6. And then they're like, what the fuck? It won't blow up. So they unplugged 3 cylinders and it's still you're like another half hour. They like walked away. Clint's like, we walked away, had a beer. We could still hear it in the distance. Came back, it was still fucking running.
Jeez.
So they plugged the 3 cylinders back in again. 300,000 plus kilometers on it, and it's still fucking going strong.
That's awesome.
And he said they still bag it around the farm.
Still,
it's still going.
That's
an
hour
hour
of
of redlining a Ford Windstar with the V6.
Fucking shout out Windstar.
Yeah,
Holy
no
cow!
shit, I can't believe that. Didn't you have a friend who fucking bagged the shit out of his car right before he sold it? He was trying to blow it up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was Rick. He had like a early 90s or late 80s Honda Accord 5-speed, nothing special, but he bagged the fuck out of it all the time. But he was selling it, and I can't remember if he was selling it to somebody he knew or just some kid or some guy didn't like him or something like that. But I was working at the gas station at the time, and he comes up, and like I was in the office doing paperwork, and I could hear through the wall. I heard like, who the fuck?
What are you doing at the gas station?
Who is? Because I was working there, and he knew I was working. He was fucking with me,
trying to get your attention.
Yeah. So I'm like, who the fuck is doing this? So I walk outside, and there's this car. He's like, banging off the rev limiter just in neutral.
He's probably just looking at you smiling.
He's looking at me smiling. He's waving out the window. It's fucking just banging it off the rev limiter for like 6 minutes. People getting gas or comes looking around the corner, and
was he parked around back or was he on the side?
He was on the side.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, that was after he worked there with me.
He did work there with you. That's
did,
right.
I remember. What was it? 2007. Yeah, 2007. The Grey Cup was not. It wasn't in Regina. No. 2007 Grey Cup. We were in the Grey Cup and we won. And then everybody, like, I mean, there was snow on the ground and it was calm. It was snowing, and dude, we must have had 2 fucking customers in like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. Every time there was a game at the gas station, it was dead.
This like no, I don't even mean just like people in the streets and nobody coming in. I mean nobody was on the streets. We maybe saw 3 or 4 cars total, and 2 of them came into the gas station.
That was the year we won.
Yeah.
So that would have been.
Oh, it was 07.
07. Oh yeah, dude, I was washing dishes that night at
Yeah.
Queen City Pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was. I remember Rick brought his like fucking big tube TV from his bedroom because it was on like whatever Farmer Vision at the time, right? Like Channel 5 or whatever. So he brought that thing in there, and we hooked that up and got the game on, put it in the back room, oil room, blocked the door open, sat on a couple garbage cans outside because it was really nice out. Yeah, I had like 2 customers watching the game the whole time. Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Of course, did he carry it or did he put it in his car?
Oh, did he have his car
no.
at the time?
No, 07. He would have carried it from his fucking house.
He carried it from his house. We were only like 4 blocks away, but that's a big TV to carry for 4 blocks.
He probably went and got it while you guys were on shift. Why should go get my TV? Probably.
No, he can't. Oh no, it was during the shift because he didn't want to bring it when people were still there during crossover. It was only him and I for the night. So yeah, he went home. He's like, I'm gonna get my TV. I'm like, yeah, sure. So he goes home, gets his TV, leaves me alone. I don't get a customer.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome,
dude. That place was so slack. That job was slack.
Yeah.
I took advantage of it because it was so slack. I mean, I was a teenager too. I think I talked about it many times, the crap we used to do, but I remember specific. It was a Saturday.
You used to work with Jesse there.
Yeah, I did. It was a Saturday, and Jesse wasn't supervising the day. It was Matt, and Matt's whatever. He's a drunk.
Okay.
He was at the time.
Okay.
So he didn't give a fuck about much. So he's pretty like Jesse,
Right.
but like gave less fucks, but was more of a dick. It was weird.
Okay.
Anyway, Saturday morning, I worked. It was an 8 to 4 shift, or 7 to 3, or whatever the hell it would have been at the time.
Okay.
Show up, no customers, nothing, it's dead. Like whatever. So we're sitting there hanging out, and he's like pretty much passed out. Then the 9 o'clock showed up, the till.
Okay.
The 9 to 5 showed up for the till. So she showed up, and then Matt's like, I'm not going outside. You're going to go outside to the girl. She's like, okay, yeah. So she went outside, and I'm like, I'm going to take my break early. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get something to eat. Well, I didn't tell him I was going home, sorry. I said, I'm going to take my break early. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fucking take my break early. I'm hungry. They're like, okay. So I fucked off. I went home to Pilot Butte. Made breakfast. Kind of sat around. Went upstairs. Laid on my bed. Out.
Really?
Out. I wake up. It's like 12:30. It's like,
time,
oh fuck.
What time did you go home?
It would have been just after the girl came in at
So,
9.
like, just
so like
after
9:30ish. So I was at home for like 3 fucking hours.
On a half-hour break?
I wake up. I had like 6 missed calls from Matt. And then I wake up. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's 12:30. Get in the car, zip back. He's like, God, dude, I called you like 6 times. Where the hell did you go? I was like, I went home to eat and I passed out. Oh, see, I thought you like died. I was worried because you were on work time. So that would have been my ass. He's like, if you're going to go home, you got to tell me.
Jesus.
He's like, I'm just glad you're not hurt. Don't get the back outside.
I remember this is the one night. Okay,
Somebody just took a shit upstairs.
So one night after me and a buddy were hanging out in his garage, we were playing guitar and just jamming out all night. And like we hadn't been to bed. I think that was the same night his truck got towed away, actually. Yeah, so him and I are cruising around in his truck. It's like fucking 1:30 in the morning. And we get through a stop check because it's like a Friday night, Saturday morning. And the cop, checks his license. It was his 19th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And 19 is like here. 19 is when you can drink, right?
Yep.
So his 19th birthday, we're cruising around. He's driving, and the cop, going to stop check. Cop checks his license, and he says, "Oh, 19th birthday today." He said, "Yeah." He says, "How much have you had to drink?" And he's like, "Not a drop, man. We're just hanging out, cruising around." He's like, "You want to try that again? How much have you had to drink?" And right away, because my buddy had an attitude, and he says, "You want to fucking breathalyze me? I haven't had a fucking drop." So obviously the guy, pulled him out of the car, put him in the cop car, put him in the cuffs. He's in the back seat. He's like, "Fucking breathalyze me, and this will be over." And cop looks back at him, just keeps writing his shit up. Then eventually he breathalyzed him, realized he's 0.00. And he's like, "Oh, your plates expired 6 days ago." And he's like, "No, they fucking didn't." We go to the back and look at the date. He's like, "Oh."
Well, they still have the date on
like,
it.
Oh, yeah. When they still have the date on it, he's like, "Oh shit, my plates expired 6 days ago." He's like, "Fuck, man, I didn't know." He's like, "Well, sorry, you're gonna have to tow your truck."
Yep.
So him and I were stranded there. It was one of those times of the year where it was hot during the day and fucking cold at night.
And they made you walk in there.
Oh yeah, they left us there. Like the stop check, so they called the tow truck. The tow truck came, grabbed his truck, and left. And in the meantime, while we were waiting for the tow truck, he called his uncle to come get us. And his uncle just woke up.
Was it Brett?
Yeah, it was Brett. So he called his uncle to come get us, and his uncle was like 3 fucking hours. We're sitting in the Visions parking lot on North Albert.
Shit.
For 3 and it's fucking cold. We're both in like shorts, runners, and t-shirt. We're fucking freezing. His uncle finally shows up, and he's like, "Where the fuck were you?" He's like, "I had stuff to do." So anyways, he took us back to his place, and then we got in my truck and went and got my guitar, came back, we jammed in his garage for the rest of the night. And where was I going with this? Oh, so I was fucking tired and I had to work that morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the gas station, and I had my Explorer at this time. So I back in at like the closest parking spot to the pumps, so I can, I could be in the warm sun, have the fucking door open, sit in my driver's seat because it was a Sunday. Oh no, it was a Saturday night because it was Sunday morning because it was fucking slow.
Mm-hmm.
So the nobody's coming in. I'm kind of just sitting there. Go inside, have a puff wheat square, have an orange juice, get a Red Bull or a Monster or whatever. Now my mouth feels like a toilet and I feel like shit. And I fucking sit in the front seat of my truck, door open. I'm just on my phone. And I'm so fucking tired. I didn't even realize I passed out. Because next thing I knew, my supervisor was hitting. He's like, "Hey man, what the fuck? I thought you were taking care of these like 4 cars." I'm like, "Oh shit!" I was out for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck. I remember those times when I could stay up all night.
Can't do that anymore.
Fuck.
Dude, I can't. I could.
It's almost 9 o'clock and I feel fucking retarded. Like I need to go to bed.
Yeah, me too. It's stupid.
Fuck you, you're on.
I remember the second gas station I worked at. I was working with Curtis.
Yeah.
And we may have told this story on here, but I'm not sure. The time I fell asleep and he covered for me.
No.
So I was fucking tired, and he clocked me in. He clocked me in for we both worked the morning shift, so he clocked me in for 7, and I didn't show up till 8:30. He's by himself. I showed up.
At least it was only self-serve, right?
Yeah, I showed up. I was like, "Fuck." He's like, "Dude, get the fuck to work. There's only so much I can say." Diana called and was like, "Is everything going okay?" "Yeah, everything's going okay." Daine showed up. "Oh yeah, he's here." He showed up with me. We drove in together. Anyway, so I showed up 8:30, stumbling. Dude, I haven't fucking slept yet. He's like, "What were you doing?" I was like, "I literally couldn't sleep last night. I may or may not have been cruising around for like 6 hours." Anyway, I'm here.
Burn a tank of fuel.
I'm here. What's up? So he's like, "Go clean the bays." So I went and I cleaned all the bays, and I was like, "I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep." He's like, "Fuck, you are?" I was like, "No, dude, I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna throw up. I feel like shit, but I need the money." He's like, he's like, okay, yeah. Peter gets here in like an hour. Whatever, it's fine. Who gives a shit? It's fucking Saturday or Sunday. It's dead. So
Was that place like always dead?
It was only busy.
Like car wash days, right?
It was only busy like paydays. Wednesdays and Fridays, the 1st and the 15th.
Yeah.
I swear, it was the busiest.
That's funny.
Or if it like rained, the trucks would come in and wash all their fucking mud off.
Right.
Then it was busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Canadian linen guy just came in, and you know the things the rolls that they change out so you dry your hands off?
Yeah.
I set up a bunch of them laying in the corner, and I rested my head on it, and then I unraveled another one, and I used it as a blanket. In the only blind spot in the store, in the entire place, the only blind spot that they have, I went and laid down, and 10 o'clock. Curtis wakes me up at like 2:50.
It's time to go home.
Hey, dude, wake up. What's up? Hey, hurry up, dude. So-and-so's about to be here. Oh, shit. What time is it? 2:50. Hey, cool. Click, clocked out. And that wasn't the only time. I fell asleep twice there. I showed up hella early for my shift, did the same thing, slept through the whole shift, woke up and went home.
How do we always end up getting on gas station stories?
I don't know.
I got a couple though.
Because they're fucked up.
Yeah, I got a couple though. I remember in our oil room, we had like all the bags of salt, and they came on pallets, and we pallet jacked them in and all that shit. And it was minus 40 air temperature, snowy, windy as fuck. It must have been minus 50, minus 52. It was fucking retarded. And we're right on one of the windiest corners in the goddamn city.
Hated that job in the winter.
So we had so much staff because someone was called in because we needed an extra person to help rotations outside because it was so busy because nobody wanted to pump their fuel, so they went to the gas station.
Right.
They went to the full service gas station.
The full service local gas station.
Yes, they went there because they didn't want to get out of their cars. So we were fucking busy. What?
Nothing. I just heard a weird noise.
Like a yeah. Anyways,
fucking babies.
So in the back room, we actually reorganized the whole palette of softener salt to make it like a big fucking chair, like a big throne or something.
Yeah.
So the person who was warming up could go back there, sit in the throne off camera, and read magazines and shit like that. And it was awesome because, you know, you get your 10 minutes outside, 15 minutes inside, and you could always rotate. There's always 2 people outside. Oh, sorry, I guess it'd be half hour outside. So you're 15 minutes inside, the 2 people outside, one of them's on, after 15 minutes, one person comes in, that person rotates out, and then you just rotate with the 3 people.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what we did in the back. We had that the fucking throne with the magazines and shit back there, right underneath the fucking heater. Yeah, it was nice.
We made a throne. Jesse and I made a throne out of salt bags.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. Salt bags, and in the middle of the car wash bay, so it was warm.
In the middle of the car wash. Car wash is closed today, guys.
So yeah, because in ours they had the 2. You drive in at auto wand wash or whatever, or the auto wash, and in the between was all the pumps and all the stuff. So it was always warm in there.
Oh yeah,
So
I thought you meant like in the middle of the car wash.
No. we used to go in there, and Jesse had this keyboard that was Bluetooth connected to it, so you could run it. So he set it to the highest speed, and we'd see how long we could hang on for before we got fucking sick. That was awesome. Dude, I want to say I have a video of that on my old phone.
I think you do.
And he's like, meow, meow. Cat noises, whatever. Throwback. Yeah, we sit, and then one time I grabbed on the opposite way. So we used to hang where the arm swings, like the jets were on the opposite side.
Okay.
I decided to grab on the inside. So what does he do? He fucking spinning me around as fast as the thing goes and jets on full blast.
Right in your face.
Blows my fucking toque off. I'm soaked. It's winter. Dude, I'm out of here. I'm going home. Oh, come on, man. Just go change in the back. No. I'm going home. Fuck you. And I left. I went home.
That's funny.
I got covered in diesel once. I fell asleep standing up. Hungover. Probably still a little bit drunk. It was after like a high school party, whatever. Friday night. Yeah. I worked Saturday morning. I was filling a jerry can, and I was leaned over. I had the tip in there, and I was resting my weight on the tip, like on the handle, on the jerry can, and I dozed off, and it fell. I fell into the ground, and I got covered in fucking diesel head to toe.
Gross.
And even the nozzle went. So there was diesel everywhere. Landed on a customer's vehicle, and I was like, "Oh no, sorry, I got vertigo. I passed out."
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
gross.
I'm going home. There's nobody else here. Look at me. I'm going home. Stripped down to my bare fucking ass in the back room. Sprayed myself with the dish sink we had in the back. Washed myself with like Dove dish soap. Put on the onesie. This was summertime, so I put on the onesie,
the winter
onesie, and I walked to my car, and I threw all my clothes in the garbage, and I went home. So that's how we got that co-op onesie at home.
That's fucking
I wore it home.
That's funny.
It sucked.
I remember one time we were doing because we had the wand washes at our location, and we were doing a really good cleaning of them one day. So we closed down all 4 bays, both bays, all 4 wash stations. And it took we were doing a good enough wash. Like we washed the floor, washed the walls, like I was scrubbing the walls, and then washed everything into the middle, scrubbed the floors, and then I pulled up the grates to clean like the ledges where the grates sit on.
Gross.
Like everything, Daine. So I was doing this all myself, and I might have been fucking the dog a little bit because it's a gas station. I'm like, I don't want to go out and deal with customers. I'll just be in here and I'll lock the door. So I'm in there. It's humid. It's hot.
Yep.
Ended up taking my shirt off, spraying everything. I'm like, it's fucking humid and gross in here, but I'm not opening doors because I don't want to deal with anybody. So I was so disoriented because it was so hot and humid in there. I set one of the grates up on the wall, and I went to turn around, and I took advantage of the fact that there's usually grates on the floor, and the big center one.
You fell in?
I stepped right in it, and
is it deep?
It was the top of the water was 2 feet down from the ledge. So there could have been 2 feet more of water. And then I bet you there was a foot and a half of water. And then under that was just shit. Mud and loose and fucking like quicksand. Like it was fucking gross. So, and this thing, and I went across it diagonally.
So you fell in.
So I went so I didn't go the short way. I didn't go the long way. I went the longest way. I went diagonally. So I took my step. I'm like, oh shit. And I sunk up to my belly button below the water and I didn't feel bottom. So I went in and I had enough forward momentum to be like, and basically grab the other ledge and pull myself as much as I could and gut myself out.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, it sucked.
Gross and ow. Did you go home?
It was no.
I would have fucking went home.
We lived like 2 blocks away at the time. So I just got Mom to bring me a spare set of clothes, and same thing. I threw all my clothes in the garbage. But I'm like, oh shit! We ended up, and there was cameras in there, so we ended up pulling it up on the cameras and watched the whole goddamn thing. Okay. With our job, some of the places we go, we smelled some pretty shit things. I don't know of anything that was more disgusting to me than that.
Really? Oh,
dude,
LMF is bad.
It's bad. It stinks. It's hot. It's sweaty. It's burny. It fucks with your eyes. It fucks with your yes. That sucks.
But
the smell. It was because we live in Saskatchewan. All the farmers would come into because they're local.
Yeah.
And they wash all the shit off of their trucks. Guys go mudding. They wash all the mud off, and that shit stays stagnant for 2-3 months until the guys come and suck the shit out. So it's stagnant and settled, and I disturbed it. It was fucking gross. Fucking gross. I just remember feeling all the mud and shit up my pants and in my pockets.
Did you have mud in your boots?
Everything.
So I just sprayed out your boots and
I threw them out. I couldn't get them clean enough. They smelled like shit. Like dirty, like imagine your stinkest shit, your runniest shit, but like a pit full of it and you fell in it. It's fucking gross.
Fuck that.
Hay pieces and
I remember they had cameras in there.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
And okay, so there's this one
last one.
Yeah, last one. There's this guy that started with us, right? And it was his turn to clean the car wash. So he was like his second week.
Okay.
So we're like, he's always in there forever. We're gonna fucking watch the cameras and see what he does.
Right.
Open up the camera. We got it. He's spraying.
One spot.
Turns around. His dick's in his hand and he's pissing on the ground as he's washing. Right? And I'm like, and where he's standing, the camera's like right where the mic is. Like, you know what I mean? It's like right here.
So his dick is like right there.
It's like it wasn't 4K, but you could see his dick like clear as day. It's in his hand and he's spraying. He's like chewing gum and he's not even looking at his dick when he's pissing. He's spraying shit. And we're like, oh, the fuck! They fired him, right? They fired him.
Okay.
The only thing I could think of after that was, I'm glad. I would have heard about it, but I'm glad they never have watched me because I do the exact same fucking thing. I used to piss in that car wash every time I washed it.
Really?
Yeah, because the running water and whatever, and you spray it, and you're like, I don't want to leave to go piss. I want to get this done.
I would just kill more time because I loved washing.
So I just stood over the pit and pissed, and I was like, oh shit, because a couple weeks later was when this guy started there, and that's when I realized I was like, fuck, there is cameras in there. Why don't we just watch what he's doing? And then it clicked in. I was like, I really hope they don't ever watch when I do it. It's probably erased, right? Like
it only goes like 2 weeks or something like that.
But fuck, I was just because I think it was Matt and we were looking at what he was doing because I said he took fucking forever, and I was bitching about it, and I'm the one going home and sleeping on the roof and sleeping in the back room.
Fuck.
Having my fair share of drinks from the cooler.
I remember one of the guys that I worked with. He, the lottery glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's sealed in there, but after a while, it ends up peeling up. it got dirty underneath, and he wanted to clean it, so he pulled out the lottery glass, and it's like 3 feet wide, 2 feet, 3 foot by 2 foot by like a 1/4 inch thick, and it's like tempered glass. So he's fucking takes it to the back room, opens the door by himself. I'm like, you want a hand? He's like, nope. So he's in the back room in the big silver sink, washing it off, scrubbing it off. He goes to pick it up, and he twisted it as he picked it, and it exploded in his hands and like gone, glass everywhere. But it was so funny because we saved that clip of the video onto the fucking desktop.
Did it look cool?
It looked hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it just went immediately white, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, yeah, it's funny.
We had remember Luke Herman?
No. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I worked with him for a while, and he was, I don't know, we were dumb teenagers.
Yeah.
We're standing inside, and he's like, "I bet you I could jump on this counter." I'm like, "No, you can't." He's like, "Yes, I can." I was like, "No, you can't." So he did a standing high jump.
Yeah.
He did a standing high jump, knees tucked, landed on the counter. I was like, "What the fuck?" Do it again. Goes around, gets off the high side, comes back, does it again. And then whatever. Later on in the day, a couple other guys came in. I was like, "Dude, check this out." He goes and does it. He lands on the lottery glass, kicks out the lottery. It slides out, smashes against the wall, and he fucking falls back onto the floor. Ow, I won't be doing that again.
Jeez. Yeah, we played football with that guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. He's a good shit.
I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know. Probably just doing Luke things.
Yeah. Anyways, we just passed an hour.
Did we?
Yeah. Hour 1, hour 2.
Fuck. Good, because I'm tired.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go to bed.
It's hard to keep the conversation going when there's not enough people here.
Yeah, no. Fucking Curtis.
Fucking Kyle, ditch. Ya dink.
Hey, it's all good. He apologized.
He doesn't listen anyway. You having a bass ass, keeping the rhythm going ass.
Keeping the rhythm. Giving the song texture having ass.
Texture ass.
Anyways, let's go to bed. Well, not together. I'm just saying. I got to go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta get my ass home.
Yeah.
Figure out what's wrong with my car.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for hanging out again. Episode 18, I think.
Fucking 18.
Yeah.
Gross.
They'll get to 52 and be like, what the fuck are we doing?
At least we've been good
Yeah.
at sticking with it for
Yeah.
18 weeks.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Somewhat.
Anyways, you know our shit. Check it all out. We probably won't post there, but have fun.
Okay, bye.
Bye.